So, good afternoon, dear student. It has been a while yet. So this is the Urembo class. I'm teacher Fidel. So we are back after a long time, but we care for you. So we're just busy preparing for you something good. So I want to share with you today practical exercises on literary techniques in novels. Literary techniques in novels. So dear student, before we go to practical exercises, I would like to remind you what is a literary technique, okay? What is the importance of using literary techniques for the part of writers, for the part of readers, okay? So, dear student, literary techniques, they have several names, but which are common and the same. Literary techniques also are known as narrative techniques. And narrative techniques, they are the same as literary techniques. And also we have another name, which is literary devices. Okay, when you see one of these names, don't be confused. So it is the same name, whether literary techniques or narrative techniques, even literary devices, they are common name. Okay. So why the authors, why the most of writers, they have to use literary techniques? Simply, dear student, as we have seen, literary techniques, they are methods that the authors use so as to convey their message, okay, properly. So it is like spices, okay? When you cook, you have to use different spices so as to cook a very delicious food. So even for writers, it is like they are cooking, okay? And those who will eat the food will taste, okay? The food will be yummy and tasteful. So the reason why also the literary techniques are like spices, where the writers uses those literary devices so as to convey their message properly, and also they attract readers. They make the readers to enjoy that literary work. Also, for the part of the reader, the student, literary technique helps the reader to visualize what the author is saying. Okay, literary techniques helps the reader to visualize what the author is saying. And also, this is called style. Sometimes they say this is the author's style. Okay, so this name also style. It is added to other three names, which means literary techniques. So, dear student, this was a very short a bit to remind. Okay, was to remind you about literary techniques, especially when you look literary techniques in novels. And here we have example. We have a common metaphor used in Things Fall Apart. Things Fall Apart is a novel of Nigerian called Chinua Achebe, and he uses a metaphor in this novel. The metaphor referred to a character called the Amarinze, where Amarinze was compared to the cat. The reason why they say Amarinze the cat. So why they say Amarinze the cat? It means Amarinze was like the cat. And then why Amarinze is like the cat? It is because it was not easy to beat Amarinze the cat in a Western game. So you can see why, because Amarinze the cat has been never touched the ground. His back never touched the ground. Okay? We know that even if you throw a cat, it never falls on its back. So this image therefore helps us to visualize how Amarinze, okay, Westra was famous. Okay? How Amarinze the cat was famous in the game called Western game. Also, dear student, this was a metaphor, and you know the meaning of the metaphor. We have seen all this. And then also these literary techniques in general, especially for the metaphor, it helps us to understand better, okay? To understand better, to have the image in our mind, to create the image in our mind. And then this shows us how Okonkwo was so famous. Why so famous? Because Okonkwo came and threw down Amarinze the cat for 20 years. Okay? Nobody was just throw down Amarinze the cat for 20 years. But when Okonkwo came, he came to beat him. So Amarinze the cat was beaten by Okonkwo. Okonkwo was like the fish in the water. Okay? Even you can't catch a fish if it is in the water. So this is the literary techniques generally, but dear student, allow me to go through the practical exercises, and we start from number 1. Okay, I hope you are following, dear student. We have question number 1. Question number 1 says, dear student, justice rolls down like waters, and righteousness like a mighty stream. We have 4 alternatives here. Number 1A, we have simile. B, we have theme. C, we have symbol. And D, we have tone. So, dear student, I hope you have a pen and a paper. So, please, can you write the answer? What is the best answer for you? Okay? Choose the best alternatives here. Okay? We have 5 alternatives, but you have to choose among them. Okay? I hope we are together. Justice rolls down like waters, and righteousness like a mighty stream. So we have the justice and we have water. So justice is compared to water, and the water by using the word like. So you normally know that this is the A. A is the simile. Okay, this is simile. So let's go to number 2. Number 2 says that the reader knows that in the story of Noah, Miss Mallard dies for a reason other than joy that kills. Okay, dear student, before we go to look for alternatives, let me remind you what is dramatic irony, or let me remind you about irony. Dramatic irony occurs when a reader or audience perceives something that a character or a narrator doesn't know. So in fact, dramatic irony is when the audience, the reader, the listeners, okay, perceive something, okay, or just know something which the narrator doesn't know. Okay? It is also a contrast between what a character or narrator says and what a reader or an audience knows to be true. So you have to know this, okay? There is the reader, there is the audience, even there is just the narrator, okay? Yeah, so now let us now read these alternatives for this question. The question, let me repeat again the question. The reader knows that in the story of Noah, Miss Mara dies for a reason other than joy that kills. So we have alternatives here. A is verb irony, B situation irony, C repetition, D dramatic irony. So now, dear student, can you guess the answer? Now remember, the reader knows something, okay? But the narrator doesn't know anything about it. So we normally that the narrator knows that Mr. Mara dies for a reason, okay? But the readers, okay, knows that Miss Marad dies for, okay, for something, okay, not that joy that kills. Some believe that Miss Marad dies for a joy, okay, but other knows that Mr. Marad dies for another reason, not that joy. So in fact, as we come to revise dramatic iron, this is dramatic iron. So dear student, the answer is D. So the true answer is D. So I hope we are together. Yes, let's go to number 3. Number 3 says the phrase a new dawn. We have a phrase here. New dawn. Yes, a new dawn. Does not talk only about the actual beginning of a new day, but also means a new start, a fresh chance to begin, and the end of previous tiring time. So we normally know that a new dawn, okay, means that the beginning of a new day. This is the beginning of a new day. But this can symbolize also the beginning of a new chance, a new start in life. Okay? So actually, we have here alternatives. We have a plot, B, simile, C, mood, D, symbol. So you can see a new dawn symbolizes a new start, a fresh chance in life. Okay? So this is in answer is number D, symbol. Okay? Symbol. So let's move quickly to number 4. Okay? Number 4 says, dear student, number 4, yes, wait a bit. Yes, number 4 says that Mr. Mallard is presumed dead in the story of an hour, only to show up later alive at his house. So in fact, Mr. Mallard is presumed dead, okay? But later soon, okay, they saw him alive at his house. I want to remind you a little bit, dear student, about situation iron. Okay, situation iron is a contrast between appearance and reality, between expectation and fulfillment. So remember, this contrast between reality and appearance, between expectation and fulfillment. Let me give you an example so as to understand better this statement. For example, we have an anti-corruption servant, okay? But this anti-corruption servant is found demanding bribes. This is situation iron. We hope that an anti-corruption servant is there to protect people from receiving and giving corruption. Okay, this is situation iron. And then we see a father raping his child. Normally, dear student, we know a father is there to protect his child, but instead, a father is raping his child. So this situation iron, in fact. So I was reminding a rabbit situation iron, but let me also remind you about verbal iron. Verbal iron occurs when a person says something but intends another. That is the opposite for the that is the opposite. So a person says something which has the opposite meaning, Okay, this is the verbal iron. So for short example for verbal iron, you may ask someone to lend you his book. Yes, simple. But that one may refuse. Okay, or he refuses. So when he refuses, you can tell him or her, you may say, where would we be without your generosity? So this doesn't mean that you are just you are not happy for the person, because really he refuses to give to lend you his book. But instead, this person is not generous, okay? Has not generosity. But really, instead, the man he is mean. So, but you say, where would we be without generosity? So, this verbal iron, most of the times, you use the verbal iron when you are not happy. Okay, when you are not happy, when you are angry, okay, so you may use this verbal iron. So what this means? It means that this verbal iron, you can differentiate from the truth when it is from what you have done. When you have done a wrong and someone is congratulating on you, it means it is a verbal iron. So let me go to the alternatives here for number 4. And remember, number 4 says that Mr. Marad is presumed dead in the store of an hour, only to show up later, alive at his house. Is it verbal iron? Is it internal iron? Is it situation iron? Is it dramatic iron? Dear student, we have seen that a situation iron, it is a contrast between appearance and reality, between expectations and fulfillment. So here, Mr. Mallard is expected to be dead, but later was seen alive at his house. So this is situation iron. Okay, the answer is C. Okay, let's move up to number 5. Yes, number 5. Dear student, I hope you are following well. Number 5 says that which device is being used in the following sentence? The sentence says, the old car woke reluctantly from its overnight sleep, coughing, okay, sputtering. It finally broke into a loud roar, okay, the old car, okay. So, dear student, is it A simile? Is it B, metaphor? Is it C, personification? Is it D, chiasms? Is it E, allusion? So now we have seen, because the car has been given a human quality, overnight sleep. Does the car sleep? Coughing. Coughing is human quality. So when it is given to a car, it is now number C. Number C is personification, okay? Good. Now we are moving to, let's go to number 6. Number 6, okay? Yes, number 6 says that obvious and intention exaggeration. Obvious and intentional exaggeration. So here, dear student, the keyword is exaggeration. Okay, the use of exaggeration. You have to guess the answer. Where do we use exaggeration? We have like 5 alternatives. A, we have hyperbole. B, we have metaphor. C, we have alliteration. D, we have onomatopoeia. E, we have antithesis. So now from these 5 alternatives, which is the best answer, dear student? Okay? Uh-huh. Good. Now the answer where we use exaggeration, it is in hyperbole. So the best answer is A, hyperbole. Okay? Yes, in hyperbole we use exaggeration. And most of the things that we use in hyperbole is impossible to be done. Okay? Okay, thank you. Let's go to number 7. Number 7. Dear student, now if you read the number 7, using descriptions to engage the 5 senses of the reader. When we use the 5 senses, okay, which kind of literary technique we use? We have 4 alternatives here. We have A, personification. B, we have imagery. C, we have metaphor. D, we have simile. Eh? It is the descriptions where we engage 5 senses. And you know 5 senses, right? So now you can use nose to smell. We can use eyes, okay, eyes to see. We can use ears to hear something, okay. We can use skin, right? Yes, touching. We can use even tongue to taste. Oh, that is 5 senses. So now when we use one of these, you come to say 5 senses. So that is the best answer here is number B. Number B says imagery. When we say imagery, it means something that we use among 5 senses. Okay. So, dear students, let's go to number 8. We have here number 8, dear student. Number 8 is very simple. Number 8 says choose which is one is the metaphor. We have 4 alternatives, but one of these is a metaphor. So choose that is the metaphor. Number 8 says this class is a 3-ring circus. B, this class is just like a 3-ring circus. C, a 3-ring circus, not my class. D, the only thing a circus and my class have in common is both start with the letter C. So among for these 4 sentences, which one is metaphor? So it's up to you now to choose which is the metaphor. Okay? So let us choose which is the metaphor here. Yes. Now, A. Number A is correct. Is the best answer. This class is a 3-ring circus. It should be number B, but number B there is a use of word like. So it is no longer a metaphor. When we use word like, it becomes a simile. Okay, that was a short remind. But the best answer is A. So good. Let's go to number 9. We are about to finish. Let's go to number 9. Number 9 says, dear student, number 9 says, They have a million things to do today. They have a million things to do today. But if you can read here now, we have three alternatives. You can see we have three alternatives. We have A, we have B, then we have C. Now, they have a million things to do today. So is it A, ellipsis? Is it B, hyperbole? Is it C, understatement? So now imagine if a person can do a million things in one day. Is it possible? Impossible. So when we see something is impossible to be done, it is exaggeration. Okay? The author or the writer has been exaggerated. So this is hyperbole, as we have seen before. This is hyperbole. So the best answer is the hyperbole, right? Yes. Very good. So let's move ahead to the end, please. This is the last but not least. We have the waves rest to the shore. The waves rest to the shore. The waves rest to shore. So we have here three alternatives. We have metaphor, we have personification, and we have simile. So do you know the waves? The waves. The waves. Yes. Now, the waves has been personified because waves has been given equality of human being, as the waves have legs, they can run, they can race. Okay, so in this time, it is no longer a metaphor, it is no longer smile. Okay, it is no longer simile, but instead it is personification. So the best answer here is personification. Yeah, thank you for being attentive. Thank you so much for following us. This is Rainbow class, and let me remind you a bit short of what we come to say. We come to see literary techniques used in a novel. We have seen the importance of using literary techniques, both for the readers, for the authors, and then we come to work on the exercises. So I hope next time it will be for another occasion for more practice. But it's the end today. Thanks so much. Share and comment. Learn at any time and anyway. Thank you so much. See you next time. We love you. Bye.